Earlier today, oh god, it's so loud. I was late earlier today. Now I'm early for this stream. It all evens out. It's fine. Okay? We're not gonna talk about the 3 p.m. stream, alright? We're not gonna talk about Half Minute Hero. That kind of broke my heart. But we're back. We're back, baby. You know, I did a little bit of, looking into, my wish list on Google Play Store. And, looking through my archive of games I have on my phone already, and I figured out what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what, oh god, I meant to go lower. I know what I'm gonna do. Next week, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central, we're starting a brand new game. Supermarket Simulator. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I said it. We're doing Supermarket Simulator. Now I know what you're thinking. Kayleigh, that's kind of been a trending game for about a year. Don't you think you should do that on the 7 p.m. stream? Yeah, but also the format of that game doesn't really lend itself to be a 7 p.m. game, right? I feel like the fast-paced, energized 7 p.m. streams that we have, Supermarket Simulator just doesn't fit there. You know? Yeah, I would do Supermarket Sweep. Well, Simulator, not Sweep. Simulator. 3 p.m. Central. Catch it next Wednesday. But for now, we're gonna be playing. What's up, Pink? Right now, hello and welcome to another exciting Let's Play. It's your girl Kayleigh Alyssa here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, high on cough medicine. I mean, Justice for All. That's the one. The High on Cough Medicine is the spin-off. It's starring Gumshoe. Actually, I would play a game starring Gumshoe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get into it. So yes, if you guys are interested, even if you can't make the 3 p.m. stream, and you want to watch Supermarket Simulator, it's gonna be there on my channel forever. So, check it out. Sorry, I wish I could join today. I get the lights installed on my trailer for hunting season. Okay, good luck. Have fun. Let there be light. And Kayleigh said, let there be light. Anyways. Oh, hi! Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself. Okay, bye, Thunder. Good luck. Have fun. And she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Uh-oh. Well, I think she's gonna need some support of her own. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. I'm flattered, Pearl, but you're a child. But Pearly! Not this again. Oh, Maya? Oh my. I could see Phoenix and Maya being a thing, actually. I was kind of worried that that's the direction this game was gonna go. I'm kind of hoping they still don't. And it's just, we just never address it. And they never become a thing. Because it was weird, you know, the fact that, like, they met when she was, like, 16. It feels gross. It feels weird. Yeah. I don't like it. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
Oh my god, stop, whew. Thank goodness.
Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean?
I'm not late. You're late. Why are you saying late to me? You're late. I'm not late. You're late. I've been here. But I have witnesses. Take that.
Well, what do you mean? What's going on?
Well, because her mom's going to get arrested. For, aiding and abetting in first-degree homicide and conspiracy to commit murder. I think, at the very least. I don't know. Oh, wow. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world.
All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself. It's not the only thing that's going to be transmitted all over the world. Can you please cover up, Mia?
Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Yeah. And naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country.
Why is Mia in Pearl's clothes? Because Pearl is possessed by Mia right now. Pearl is channeling Mia. And since Pearl's clothes are a lot smaller than Maya's, there's a lot more evidence showing. So... That's nice, Miss Von Karma.
Glad to see you in such good spirits today, Miss Fey.
It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the defendants could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes! And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
All right, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What? She's up to something. This is reminding me of that Kim Kardashian keeps failing the bar. Is she trying to pass the bar exam? She trying to become a lawyer? That's crazy. Come on. You can't pass the bar exam just because you're a Nepo baby. That's not how that works. It's not like getting into acting. Come on. Or politics. Come on. That's different. You actually have to take a test. Jeez. But Miss Von Karma! She's been trying for a while now, but won't study without ChatGPT and that's psychics.
That's funny. Oh my god. Then how do you explain this picture?
He was the second best lawyer in the OJ. And her dad was a lawyer. Yeah, no, I know. Oh, I know. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. How does she even want to be a lawyer? I don't know. Clout? So she could so her name will forever be Kim Kardashian Esquire?
Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. But then, what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand.
Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this.
Witness, name and occupation.
My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Will you please stop drinking? What is that, paint? I can smell it from here! That's paint! Stop drinking paint! Ah!
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
The spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is...
Yes, that is...
Oof! You, be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
But how and where? Because we would have seen, we were outside the room, right? Weren't we still outside the room? There would have been witnesses. Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Okay.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open, and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrust me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Egg white. Actually, it's more like a taupe, isn't it? Is that like a taupe? Or what is that shade? What is that? It's like a flesh tone almost. Is that taupe? Is that taupe?
No.
Why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She was simply correcting a falsity. Mr. Phoenix, right?
Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Well, it's not hard to find a crack in your evidence. It's kind of just right out there.
Taupe. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber.
Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir.
Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful.
I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot!
In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Faye?
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police.
Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind! Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Just don't press that statement again, it was pretty racist.
Oh, well, my bad.
There was another... paint.
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself, Judge.
I want to hear the end of the sentence. Always question further. Always question further. There was another reason you wanted us, both of us, out of that room. Wasn't there?
Yup.
Sorry, do you hate it? You must testify! Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
What are you hiding in your hair? I swear, if it's a paint can. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her, and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue.
A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
Huh? But why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful for me to say this, however.
Objection!
The witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
She was covering for Maya? Objection! leading the witness? That's leading the witness, right? That was not in the form of a question, and you were leading the witness. Yeah, I'm gonna question further. So, you were covering for the defendant?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Says something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Whoa!
This witness then couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there will always be later.
Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? What am I, an alligator? Or is it crocodiles that do that?
Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room.
For now, I'm gonna press, but I think this is the one that I need to present. But what would I present with? Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily!
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically my affair.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while.
I feel like this is something that would have been brought to our attention. I'm gonna press it. You fainted? Like a Pokemon?
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy, witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what? Question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how does she know that the defendant left in the first place? Then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Great minds. Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. There's no way I can prove that she's lying. And from what she said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes, yes. Get up, eek!
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone. Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eenie Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed. Witness. Name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Miney.
Speak with her sister, but not really. Yeah. That's probably the story that they're gonna stick with. Is that she went to go speak to her sister. That's the story that they're gonna go with. Is that as Maya was channeling Mimi Miney, she left to go speak with her sister Eenie Miney. Which makes sense that she would want to speak with her sister while she was still there.
Okay, so my name is like Eenie Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. Hats are pastel from pairings to osprey. My hat is white.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's say it's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony.
Olivia! Oh, my sweet summer child. I know you really like Eenie Miney, but I'll never stop picking on her. I guess someday I'll have to stop picking on her. I won't be able to pick on her anymore. But while I can, I'm going to.
That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir! For the love of all things good, Your Honor, you have some spine for my sake, or for my sake, if you're feeling spicy. After the murder.
Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room. Like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
Now hold your horses. Young lady, you're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of the channeling at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness. Like, yeah. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing is? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please!
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Ain't it?
That's the scene from the beginning. That's the scene. So that scene was an excerpt from Here Today in Trial, where Hiii was retelling what Mimi, who was being channeled through Maya, told Hiii after Maya, who was channeling Mimi, killed Dr. Gray. Is at least what we're gathering from this. That was the intro to this story. Okay, got it. She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to... Maya wasn't channeling anyone. Well, Sky, I know that. But that's the story that's being narrated to us. Sky, I know exactly who was channeling who in this scenario. Okay? Trust me. I know exactly who was being channeled by whom. Okay? I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence, all the testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
She said swallow. I totally just... I just breezed right past that. I didn't even catch it.
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
Well, it's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind the tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there's room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder!
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
Your father was a murderer, and I caught him. So, don't be too confident, Chica.
Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in a side room.
Was that because of your, sesame allergy? Was it?
Like, that's right. I, like, think there were sesame seeds, like, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, like, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. That's not a crime. Is it, Olivia? Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really subtly.
Who among us has not napped? I napped earlier today, in fact. But I'm sick. So that's my excuse. Do you know the time?
Like, maybe a little bit before 11 a.m., something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah. Like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. She's not talking about...
No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room?
Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's Oklahoma. Like, it's really...
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness, about this person who enters the side room. I was like, oh my god, totally my sister.
I feel like that's not the first thing you would notice, though. You wouldn't notice first that it's your sister. I think you'd see the clothes first more than anything. Realize, oh my god, that Maya chick is covered in blood. If she had in fact seen that Maya chick. But assuming she didn't, you would just say, oh my god, those robes are covered in blood. It doesn't make sense that the first thing you would look at is the person's face. When you're on the ground, your eyes have to travel upwards. You would first notice the blood. Are you absolutely sure?
I guess.
You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Ray.
The defense rests.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney? I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way.
You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occults.
Yeah, no, that tracks. That's the same thing I was thinking as Phoenix was saying. I'm like, no, because she's done her research. She knows that it's possible.
But I, like, know all about the current channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? No, question further. Always question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange.
But... Ow!
Don't keep badgering her.
You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
No, it's very important, right? I feel like this, if there was going to be a time when she showed emotion, she's shown no emotion whatsoever. She's just been this, like, oh my god, like, so totally casual about everything. This would be the thing that really would have... This game has a lot of only children. Yeah. I feel like this would be the moment where she would finally feel something that's, you know, really moving. It's the first time she saw her sister since she died. She barely got away from that wreck with her life. And all the memories it would bring back from the surgery she had to get to, you know, reconstruct her face after the horrible burns, to, you know, her being there in the first place. She knew what was going to be happening. She went there to see her sister. Because that's a story we're being told, right? There should be more here than just, yeah, I guess I saw my sister. I was happy in like a sad way. It's very important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. If she amends her testimony, she might make a mistake. That's why it's important. I wasn't like scared at all. And like her costume looked like totally like normal. Huh. It looked totally normal, didn't it? You weren't scared at all, and the costume looks totally normal. That costume looks totally normal, doesn't it? It's a totally normal costume. Totally normal costume. Objection! That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. That's what Mia said. Wait, that's what she said! That's what she said! Actually, stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Well, Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Yeah, and...
But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh! This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
The blood spray.
Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat! Order, Miss Miney! What is the meaning of this? Miss Miney?
I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me.
That? Eve?
And what are you celebrating about, Your Honor?
Well, That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. That's definitely the kind of thing that an innocent person does, right, Olivia? Has a complete 180 in her personality when her story starts to fall apart.
This hat tastes like marshmallows! I'm thinking... hold on a second.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
First of all, calm yourself. Witness.
She's just sleepy. Who among us has not been cranky when they're sleepy? You know, you're right, Olivia. I can't object to that.
Like, I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now hurry up with the testimony.
If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. After the murder, part 2.
Wow! The side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in.
Yeah, the blood totally blends right in. Also, the blood isn't on the purple part, it's on the white part. Objection. See, it's on the white part of her costume, not on the purple part. Objection again. Same picture.
And I, like, wasn't persuaded. I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Okay, first off, we would have seen you there. So... yes, now I see. You have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Like, thanks, Grams.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? All right, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness, but no badgering. Oh, I'm gonna badger. Badger, I hardly know her.
Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know.
Okay, I don't believe that either. It looked like it was very bright every time I was in there. Is there a picture of the side room that I could use? I wish there was, but I don't have a picture of the side room, so I'll just have to press. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's?
You're such a hopeless cause. Fitness, you may feel free to ignore this tight little man. Like, Oklahoma.
Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here.
So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in.
I'm just presenting. I'm gonna present. Shot in the dark here. Objection! Oh, son of a bitch, I was wrong. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Shit. But it does! It's not on the purple part, it's on the white part. Oh, you son of a bitch. This fickle game!
So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended in.
You didn't see the blood?
Like, yeah.
But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well.
That's,
Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. Shoot. Can't believe I lost health already. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that.
Can't really object to that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time?
Wow, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan.
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? That picture, what about that picture?
Like, yeah.
The picture, she's so sleepy. It's not even a real picture, it's just a memory that's connected to this story of hers. It's a artist rendition. An imagining, if you will.
And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Now this is objectionable, right? Because, but where? How? Because we were there. Maybe I should just press. I'll just press. Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better, too. Mr. Phoenix, right. The sooner, the better.
She says with her whip at the ready.
Oh, and, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know.
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
Like, sure.
Please ask, how did she get into the channeling chamber? Which way did she go? Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? She would have. She would have found something out of place. Strange or unusual on her way to the channeling chamber. There was something happening in the winding way at that very moment when she would have been walking back.
Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean?
When you were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
It's very important. I ask because it is very important. Because then there would be a witness. Someone would have witnessed the two of them walking back to the chamber. Someone in this very courtroom. Not that I know where I'm going with this. You don't? Phoenix, really?
Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but Oklahoma. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber.
Now, do I... Under repair in the hallway until police came. Objection! I finally found the fault! Or, I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn.
Like, urn?
There are cracks. Do you see them?
So, like, what does that prove?
Objection!
Who cares about some walnut old urn? Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I?
It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could not have seen this person. Take that! I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay.
Yes, and how is this child relevant?
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden.
Ooh.
And she just happened to break this urn!
Oh! Oh! Wait, she broke the urn?
Yup, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball.
No!
And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
What?
my god. I did not like that. Is she gonna break through her hat? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind! I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar! Oh my god, she looks like something out of Shin Megami Tensei! What the hell? Mr. Ray, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness! So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
Phoenix Wright, Oklahoma optometrist declaring people blind. About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection!
The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here!
What here?
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? It's in the evidence? It's in her testimony. If it's in the evidence, then... What evidence? It's in her testimony just now. I'm gonna go testimony. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement.
And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
How would she have known that? It's true that, at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So, what does that, have to do with anything?
It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
How?
I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Wah!
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question.
Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah.
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney.
Or is it, Mia? Huh? Right, Olivia? Or is it? Right, Olivia? I know Olivia's on my side here. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. Or was it? So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? You think it's Mimi using Pearl's channeling? That like Pearl was snuck in the little box, and that's how Pearl got in. But the whole time Pearl was channeling Mimi. So it was like Mimi, the ghost, who killed her. But it wasn't Maya who was channeling it, it was Pearl who was channeling it. Okay. I definitely see the logic there, Sky. I definitely see the logic. I don't agree with you. But I can see where you would have arrived at that logic. I believe Pearl when she says she was putting together that urn. I believe her.
Take that!
Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order! That's why that is. Wah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Why are you whipping the judge? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Not only they were witnessed at the time. They were the only ones who were witnessed in the room. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding?
Yeah, right there.
Take that!
Miss Miney was hiding here. Ow!
If you're going to tell a joke, at least make it one I'll laugh at. Ha! Go home, boy, and look up what hiding means.
Oh, okay, no. Fine, then I will. I'll even use the big boy's dictionary. Phoenix, you can't lose your cool like this. I thought we established that was where. It was right in front of the screen. Is it right behind the screen? Yeah, it had to be behind the screen. I knew it was like right near that corner of the screen. Eh? Oh, I'm sorry, Chief.
You still haven't learned your lesson, have you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where? Like, where was I hiding?
Take that!
Here, of course.
Behind the folding screen. Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. But there's no way anyone would take it right out behind that folding screen, I reckon. See, you're still a jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, Simon! And now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Craps!" As if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this.
Take that!
Take that! Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
Ah! That tiny little box. No person could fit in that.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me.
That closing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can, with some evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Now, do I use the folding screen? Because I already showed the clothing box, and now I show the folding screen. Take a look at this clothing box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
This? What on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
The folding screen. It had a hole. It's the same height.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order!
So what you're saying? Then, Mr. Phoenix right. What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney?
The hat over her face. I know! She looks terrifying. She looks like something out of Shin Megami Tensei. That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney. You were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey! To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix right, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moves the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself.
Correct. It's not possible. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow!
Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy.
Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
What? You can't be serious.
Miss Miney, you had an accomplice.
This person.
If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Fey. Her poor hat. It looks like Swiss cheese now. Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Miss Miney is right. Ah! I told you, Olivia. Miss Miney did it. Phoenix, please tell me I'm right. Please, I swear. Oh, tell me that I'm right, and my life is yours, Phoenix Wright. Okay, here we go. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead! With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attack. That is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang! After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with the blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. I don't think that's the whole truth, though. I think there's more to this. The murderer wasn't just pretending to be Maya Fey. She was pretending to be someone else, too. Just you wait. My money's on it. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still, by chance, evolving? Sky gets what I'm saying. What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Finn is right. Your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is a real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act, what reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's... well, first off, so she could get away with it by pinning the blame on somebody else. Secondly, so that Morgan Fey has something to get out of this, too. Quid pro quo. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh. And one other thing. Why would Miss Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say to her. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this!
Take that! Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Was I not right with the newspaper clipping? Just great, now even she is calling me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes! Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you wanted to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Grams. I'm, like, going to explain, so, like, please listen. Oklahoma. It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And size, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray. It was, like, a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know.
She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ow!
Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix, right? You failed to support your own theory. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated. She has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate on your point.
So many faults, Mr. Phoenix, right? You should really learn your place.
Ugh. What happened? Thought I had her for sure.
See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney.
Hold it! Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself. Phoenix.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Right?
She had to kill Dr. Gray. That's the reason why. That's why she waited. She was just gonna let it go. She wasn't gonna get revenge. No, she had to kill Dr. Gray. And that's why she had to wait, was because Dr. Gray was gonna do this channeling. And being somebody who's knowledgeable in paranormal activity, she knows what happens during the channeling. That's why she had to kill him. That's why she made her move. She was just gonna let him live, and they'd go on their separate lives. But no, he was gonna try to bring Mimi back to life with this channeling, and it wouldn't have worked. That's why she had to kill him, to cover that up.
Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I really do this?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I have to be able to. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Ha ha ha. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. I thought karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
She's a poet and she doesn't know it. Back!
And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. Now why?
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait, stop it!
To be continued. This time on Kayleigh Plays. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Yes, I will. Oh, I'll absolutely save. Here we go. I have a feeling this is going to be my last save. Okay, let's go. Okay. Is it really true? About my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan.
That's terrible. Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, it's you.
Ack! Miss Von Karma!
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation?
Oh, I like that look. It's very smug.
Looking down on me, even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you. And let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
Oh, look at that determination in her face. I like that. Fiery determination.
Okay, let's do this.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. That is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point and, burn up the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Oklahoma. I totally don't think it'll do any good. But...
She really likes that play, Oklahoma. That musical.
That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and then, it was a sea of flames around me.
Very convenient that you also fell asleep. That way you can't recall exactly what happened. Except the before and after.
I, opened the door and, got away.
Opened which door? Tell me which door you opened. I want to hear it. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Good.
Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip.
Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. And I know just the angle. That man ruined her life. Her life.
That was like last year in May.
Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then?
Yeah, like that was in May too. Like the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. And like our accident was like on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just coincidence?
My sis was like totally tired, so that's why. Like something really bad had happened at like my sister's clinic around then.
That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up.
Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney?
Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here.
I need to prove that it does. Because that's part of her motive. I need to prove that it somehow is connected.
Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault.
Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake.
But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving.
She was totally tired? You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? I'm gonna press harder.
Always press harder. Always question further.
So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True. But like, I don't, like, have a driver's license.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She did.
This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney.
Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Yep.
Like, Oklahoma. Anyway. I was, like, totally pooped, too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat.
The accident happened at night, correct?
Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So, it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me.
And your sister? What happened to her?
I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black, and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away.
Which door? Please tell us about your escape in more detail.
I like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore.
Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself.
I think I had, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know?
If it's that article, then I've already got it.
I, didn't have my license, so, I couldn't take over driving for her.
Objection! Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now.
What do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
Well, that's a lie, too. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hiii, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did... Ouch!
No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Last November.
What? November?
That's not true. Hold on. Hold on.
6 months later. No, she was in surgery 6 months later. How do I prove that? Isn't there, Because 6 months later, she was in surgery. Evidence. And it doesn't say there.
The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right?
What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Right? At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license.
Irk. Ow! Well, then how would she have gotten her picture taken for the driver's license if her face was all messed up from the accident? She had to get plastic surgery.
Kai und my VIP will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm, glad you get it, but, even if I had my license, I, don't think my sis would have, let me drive.
Yow! Don't just stand there, humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip, and the pain, and the ow.
Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think this situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please.
How annoying. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to be a man.
Come on, I wouldn't be allowed.
Around that time, I was, really close to getting my license. My sis was, this totally big fan of cars and, really valued them. She, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but...
Around that time, I was, really close to getting my license.
So what do you mean by really close?
I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called.
Permit?
Wow, the big-named lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is.
Well, this lawyer never had a permit.
Ignorance is to be whipped.
What What is with her? All she's said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense.
So, like, may I continue? My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them.
She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain, and, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
New car?
Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
How did she afford a new car? A brand new sports car, like a top-of-the-line sports car. I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise.
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it?
She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car.
It was a new car?
Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
See, that's what I've been wondering this whole time. Where was the steering wheel in this car? Is it on the left or the right? Oh, I've got you, you bitch. I've got you. The UK? Are those her boyfriend's initials?
And it was a really special model. She'd waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. No, I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor! Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point! Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is, either. That's okay, Phoenix. I know. Miss Mighty, would you please fix your testimony? Also, get with it, Phoenix! Come on, you can't be that dense. She said earlier, not earlier today, but earlier in this series, she said she opened the, well, let's see, it might even say it right in here. Check. I was not able to see the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. And there was this crash and I woke up and I hear ship plans. I was like, still have a say, but I opened the right door and like got out.
My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England.
I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yes, I'm supposed to pick for a topic. Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one.
Like, huh?
This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
Yeah, you. What do you know? That slick shit, the wave starts.
Oh, she really likes cars, and she's so upset with me right now, okay. Forgive me. Personality really changes at the drop of a hair. The driver's seats! That's what I'm saying! Mimi was in the driver's seat. Mimi was in the driver's seat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Mimi was in the driver's seat, and Amy here says she opened the right side door to get out.
She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car.
Was your sister good at driving?
She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world.
Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again.
So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
Do I present here? And that was when the accident occurred, correct?
Like, yeah, I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony, but we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to.
Do you really think so?
Believe. There's a path, I know it.
He almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Yeah, that was the question right there. I was getting really close to getting my license. Big fan of cars. Totally special model from England. No way am I letting a noob drive my car. So that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. Objection! Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side.
What do you mean by this?
Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Order in the court! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Hiii says the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney.
That is what Hiii said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix,
it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Hiii or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Mimi Miney was driving. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license. Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Hiii Miney, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
The next question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic rules is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her real name is. That witness's real name is... Take that! Mimi Miney! That is your real name!
Objection! Of all the foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance?
This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
No! But Mimi Miney, she died in a car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then, the body they found at the crash site.
That was the body of the real Hiii Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? That car accident 1 year ago, the one who died that night was Hiii Miney. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Hiii. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean, eh? What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible! Besides, because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Ely, Abby? Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. And that quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself to become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Because her life was ruined because of the malpractice. She couldn't go back to being Mimi. Her life was over. She had to adopt the persona of her sister so she could live a normal life. Out of the, the spotlight of the press, and besides, her whole career was done. She couldn't get back into the medical field. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
Take that!
That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that car accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. A chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable! A plan beyond my wildest imagination. And that jerk. If only he hadn't thought of the channeling mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo?
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult, I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma.
I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's gonna be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
Yow! Oh my god, was she whipping everybody?
Oh wait, hold her in contempt! Something, anything!
And one more for quick measure.
Oh my god, Phoenix! For Phoenix!
Hang in there, Phoenix. Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham. Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
We did it, chat! Oh, I saw that coming from a mile away. I knew that was Mimi. You heard me, chat. I know some of you, Sky, you remember. I don't remember if it was the last time I played or the time before that, but there was a moment where I was like, oh, I think I know what's happening here. I think I know who the real killer is. It was Mimi. It was always Mimi. And it's like super obvious. Not super obvious, but it was like, it stuck out to me. I don't remember if it was the last stream or the time before that I was like, if I'm right about this and the writers did this, oh my god, it's definitely something they would write. And I'm glad I was right, because this was a good story. This was a good story. It's very, very Ace Attorney. Oh my god. Beautiful. Well done. Well done, Capcom. Well done, Ace Attorney writers. Well done. That was awesome. I like this one. This is a really good one.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wow. Crazy. So then it wasn't Eni, which means I was right to defend her. Yeah, but the person you were defending was Mimi, who was 16 times over a murderer. 16 times over. She killed 16 people, the person you were defending. Yes, Eni is innocent, but Eni's been dead for a year. The person you were defending, the sleepy person who was taking a nap, that's Mimi. And she is rotten to the core. She is a serial killer. Mind you, the malpractice was probably genuinely an accident. It's just she was overworked and she probably accidentally switched up the medications and stuff, and who knows? Who knows? You know what? It might actually be her own fault, too. Because she was moonlighting. She may have very well been moonlighting as a racer. You know? Just like a street racer with her car. It was kind of implied that, like, she wanted to be, you know, the racing queen of the nursing scene. So I could see that, too. That was part of the reason why she was so tired, was because at night she was doing some downhill racing, you know, like Initial D style.
Congratulations, Maya. Sass, there's an egg in my mouth.
Wow. I'm glad we found all this evidence.
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing?
Sis.
I didn't kill anyone, did I?
No, you didn't. It was all just a dream.
A really bad dream. You know, sis.
That's enough evidence to get me off. I'm glad that evidence got Maya off. It's definitely enough evidence to get me off. Tell you what.
In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent?
Literally comes back from the afterlife to help the guy she hired. Literally! She's like my guardian angel.
A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box? That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
So much evidence. The evidence is really piling up, right under Maya's nose. Oh. Who among us hasn't had a nap on some evidence? Who among us? There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick! Congrats, Maya.
Thanks! looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First, my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please, I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped with Mimi with her plan was... Is it this? Is it this? Okay, Manor. Is it this? Is it the Sacred Urn? What am I supposed to show here to show that, like, a member of the Fae Clan branch family, she is the mother of Pearl? Or do I show Pearl? Is it... Do I show Amy Faye? I'm gonna show Pearl. Maya's cousin, a channeling prodigy with immense spiritual power. Take that! Curly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Korean Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The branch family? My aunts?
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's.
Ah, there's an egg in my mouth.
Everything was done for her sake, or for her sake. It was also that Pearl's would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so.
It's okay. You can still help Pearls become an amazing channeler.
It really does suck for Pearls. It does. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Korean, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder. It would really mess someone up to have their mom murder someone on your behalf. Well, she was an accomplice to murder. Assistant to the regional manager. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Faye. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. She can't wait until she gets out so she can go back to drinking her paint. It's like a little treat. Wow, new episode has been added! Oh, we're definitely gonna save here. This felt good. This felt really good. Start back at the top. Turnabout Big Top, which we are going to start playing next time on Kayleigh Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been so much fun, and honestly, it is a rush when you finally, like, you know, it's one thing to, like, you're figuring out as you're going along, and I hope you guys are following along too, and I hope I didn't spoil anything before it was the big reveal, but I could barely contain myself. I knew I had this hunch. I was like, oh, it's Mimi. It's gotta be Mimi. So, And it felt so good to finally have that confirmed. Oh, it's a lot of fun. And this is why I can't watch the anime, because I don't want any spoilers. And I had to stop watching the Game Grumps playing. I don't even know where they are in the series the last time they played it. But I think they're still in the first game. I think. I'm not sure, though. But that's why I had to stop, because I didn't want any spoilers. I didn't want to ruin that for me, you know, being able to play this game. And so here we are. Oh, man. I can't wait until next time. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of games you want to see me play in the future. And hey, get excited. I will have a new schedule on Friday for the following week. But as long as it's a normal schedule, hopefully, fingers crossed, the next Ace Attorney stream should be Saturday at 7 p.m. Central. And then hopefully it should be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as well. More Ace Attorney. And then, of course, Wednesday, we're going to be continuing Final Fantasy Tactics at 11. And we'll be starting Supermarket Simulator at 3 p.m. next Wednesday. So, for those of you who love just a casual simulator game like TCG Card Shop Simulator or Internet Cafe Simulator, get excited. I'm going to be playing the sensation of 2024. This was a very trending game, among other trending games, but this was definitely up there as one of the most trending games. Was, for some reason, everyone loved Supermarket Simulator, and now I'm finally playing it right here on my channel. So, I know it's not an ideal time slot, but it just doesn't feel like it fits the usual vibe of the 7 p.m. games. It's a little too casual. So that's why I'm going to do it at 3 p.m. But if you guys can't catch that live stream, feel free to watch it in your own time. Hell, even put it on in the background. Because that's what I love the most out of these, you know, really super casual simulator games. Is like you can just put it on the background and just listen to your favorite streamer, talk about her favorite bands or movies or, you know, whatever they happen to be talking about while they're doing this simulator. And that's usually what I do is I'll just throw on, you know, Game Grumps doing TCG Card Shop Simulator or Supermarket Simulator or, you know, Power Wash Simulator while I'm grinding on Final Fantasy Tactics on my phone. Or whatever I might be doing. Maybe my chores. Either way, so look forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think it's time we switch it up so it's something that's a slower pace. Because Half Minute Hero was fun. It was casual in its own unique way. But it was still very fast-paced. And I need something a little slower paced for 3 p.m. So, again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, so glad we're doing this. Thank you, Sky, for suggesting this game. This has been a lot of fun. And until next time, have a great night. Have a wonderful week. I love you all. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Wait, this time? What do you mean? What do you mean this time? No! I'm not going to continue playing. It's 9. No, I'm sick. I need to go have a cough medicine coma. Okay, bye!